Bright lights from the stadium glared down at Michael Jordan as the roar of the crowd seemed palpable. This was his moment, a defining game in his career, but rather than getting engulfed in pressure, Michael thought about how he came up in life. He had experienced countless rejections prior to this moment, especially when he got cut from his high school basketball team. That painful moment had lit a fire within him, and he began to practice harder and refine his skills. As the final buzzer of the game approached, Michael knew that every small victory along the way had prepared him for this very moment. Michael dribbled the ball with precision, the clock ticking away. His teammates, familiar faces in this high-stakes game, trusted him implicitly. He took a deep breath, imagining the perfect shot. As the ball flew through the air, the crowd held its collective breath. Swish, the basket was made, securing victory for his team. The stadium erupted in cheers, but for Michael, it was a culmination of all the small victories he had cherished over the years. Michael sat down with his coach in the locker room after the game, the excitement of their win still buzzing in the air. "You know, Coach, it's funny," Michael began. "I used to think that the big victories were the most important, but over the years, I've realized that it's the small victories that truly matter." Coach nodded, comprehending the sentiment. "It's those small steps that build up to the big moments," he agreed. Michael thought back to the many late-night practices, the countless free throws he had shot, and the times he had pushed himself beyond his limits. Each of those moments, though seemingly insignificant at the time, had played a crucial role in shaping him into the player he was today. "Do you remember that shot when I missed in high school?" Michael asked. "It was the end of the world at that time, but today I appreciate it as one of the greatest things that had ever happened to me. It taught me the art of living and being more resilient and more persevering," Coach said proudly, looking at Michael's progress. "Every setback is a setup for a comeback," he added. A few days later, Michael visited a local community center where he had arranged to speak with aspiring young athletes. The gym was filled with eager faces, all looking up to their idol with admiration. Michael began his speech with a story from his past, recounting the moment he had been cut from his high school team. "At that moment, I felt like a failure," he admitted. But this was also that moment which brought a change into his life. This is what he explained about making use of setbacks as a kind of motivation toward working harder than ever before in his life. "It is easy to throw in the towel when things aren't going well," he claimed. "However, if you can keep pushing on, striving toward those small triumphs, they will add up to something awesome." Michael's words were very meaningful to the young athletes, who listened to every word. He encouraged them to celebrate their small successes and learn from their failures. "Every time you fall, you have a choice," he said. "You can either stay down or get back up and try again. The small victories you achieve along the way will build your confidence and pave the path to your greatest successes." As Michael continued to inspire the young athletes, he noticed a shy boy standing at the edge of the group. After the speech, Michael approached him and struck up a conversation. The boy, named Alex, confessed that he had been struggling with his confidence after missing several crucial shots in recent games. Michael listened attentively, empathized with Alex over his plight. "I do understand how you feel," he said. "But remember, every great player encounters setbacks, and it is at such times which define you whether you respond right or wrong." Michael shared some of his own experiences and offered practical advice on how to improve. "Focus on one small goal at a time," he suggested. "Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small it may seem. Those small victories will give you the confidence to keep going." Michael kept in touch with Alex for the next few weeks and offered encouragement and support. Alex gradually gained more confidence and began to see some improvement in his game. He came to realize that the path to success is paved with so many small victories that bring one step closer to his ultimate goal. Months later, Alex found himself in a crucial game. much like Michael had years before. The pressure was immense, but this time, Alex felt a newfound sense of confidence. He remembered Michael's words and focused on the small victories he had achieved along the way. As the game progressed, Alex made several key plays, his confidence building with each success. In the final moments of the game, with the score tied, Alex had the ball. He took a deep breath, visualizing the shot just as Michael had taught him. The crowd fell silent as the ball left his hands and sailed through the air. Swish. The crowd erupted in cheers, and Alex's teammates lifted him in celebration. After the game, Alex thought back to all the journeying and the lessons he had learned from Michael. He realized that all the little victories, hard work, and perseverance had finally paid off for him. It's not just about winning, he thought. It's about the journey and the lessons learned along the way. The story of Michael Jordan and Alex teaches us that success is not just about the big victories, but the accumulation of small victories along the way. Each small step, each moment of perseverance, and each lesson learned contributes to our growth and ultimate success. Embrace the journey, celebrate your small victories, and never give up on your dreams. If you liked the story, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for even more inspiring and motivational stories. Share this with someone who needs to be reminded that every little victory counts.